Hello, today is December 6th, 2015. Doing a fall farm tour. A little bit late, but it's the only time I had to do it so far after getting back from my conference in November. Went to Nebraska City to Vineyard 2015. Had a great time. We'll be updating the blog and the website with the results of that. But in the meantime, I thought I'd show you guys what it's like in early December. This is pretty typical, I guess. We've had, except the amount of snow we had, we have about 20 inches of snow on the ground, 20 to 24 inches, and that's kind of normal for this time of year, but we've already had over 68 inches of snowfall, and that's a little bit high. We kind of lucked out because the first 2 feet melted off in October, so we didn't have that piled up on top, or the new stuff piled up on top of that. So today I'm going to just make a very quick video showing you around the place. It's overcast today, so it's not going to be tremendously bright and cheery maybe, but just kind of give you an idea of what we've got going on in December. I'll show you the next stop at the Bramblery. Okay, we're looking from our driveway up to the Bramblery here. The snow's a little bit deep and I don't have a path cut to the Bramblery yet. We've been getting quite a bit of snow lately, so my paths aren't quite cleared out, but this is the Bramblery looking at from the east end. It's very well covered in snow. You can't really see anything at this point. I think even the tayberries are covered in snow. We've had some really heavy wet snow recently, and that has weighted down everything underneath and should protect it pretty well. This is what is left of the raspberry patch. That's most of those woody things that you see are actually birch trees, and because they love to sprout everywhere. Most everything else is down below the snow, so that's really good for protection. And then we'll pan south, and this is looking south today. It's about, I think it's about noon right now. We've got a snow flurry coming in, and the sun is about, it's not there. It's actually in the clouds, but we've got about 4.5 hours of daylight, and the sun gets about 3 or 4 degrees high in the sky, so it's really low at this point. Here's looking down the hill, our clearing, and then if we look up this way, we've got some, you really can't see them in this camera, but there's the terraces. They're all pretty well covered in at this point. There's kind of maybe a little bit of relief. It's kind of hard to see on a day like today with it being so cloudy. But anyway, the current temperature is about 0 Fahrenheit. That's about minus 16 or 17 Celsius. And down in the valley there, it is, as last report, was about 25 below Fahrenheit. So the good inversion today. We have a little bit of wind up here. You can't really tell. It's pretty light, but it's enough to stir it up and keep it warm up here. And while they are a little bit chillier down there, towards the end of this week it's supposed to get colder, so we'll see how cold we get. But with everything protected under the snow, it shouldn't get below about 22, 23 degrees at the ground level right now. I don't think there's really that much else to see. It's just lots of white. After this video is over, I will add some fall pictures that I got of the leaves turning, and there will be a few in there with Denali. It'll be a very faint bump on the horizon, but we can't see Denali from the farm, and that's kind of exciting. And then at the end, we will put in a brief video I made of our surprise snowfall in September, mid-September. It kind of continued snowing throughout the end of September and then stopped in October, and then we picked up a bunch of snow in November. So a little bit out of the usual for our snow pattern, but it's still there, and we've got some good snow cover now. So we've also got a number of great plants that we took inside. We started taking some peonies inside. We're going to take them out and put them in the refrigerator, but they sprouted before we got them out of the pots, so we now have peonies growing inside. And I took in a bunch of cuttings that I had rooted last year, and they are also leafing out. It's a little bit early. We've still got 2 weeks before we start getting more sun. And so they're going to be suffering a little bit before we get enough sun to satisfy them, but at least we will have preserved some of them, including Baltica and Zilga, which I'm really looking forward to. I may be able to get some more cuttings from some people I met at Vineyard that could be useful in breeding up here. And so we'll leave you with the last shot, the panorama here of our snow and trees. Today is Sunday, September 6th, and fall is underway. You can see the trees are changing colors. Denali is on the horizon just below the large cloud. I just wanted to show the snow that we had last night and this morning. It's actually trying to turn to rain right now. It's about 32 degrees. We got 1.5 inches of snow overnight. Today is the 13th of September, and as you can see, lots and lots of white. I didn't want it this early, and considering that yesterday I was up there planting some berries and bushes and stuff between the snowflakes, it's definitely telling us it's the end of summer. And as you can see as well, most of the trees have lost quite a few of the leaves already. And that's a good thing, as I found out when I was looking at some of the trees that I still had to plant. The heavy wet snow that's fallen actually has weighted some of them down. Here's an apple tree that was about 10 feet tall, and now it's bent way over, but I think I can straighten that up. Some of them, as you can see, are doing a lot better. They've already lost all their leaves. That's the service berries, and then sort of an Adirondack gold, they call it apricot, which most people say is a plum actually, but it's almost always lost all of its leaves by the 1st of September, so that thing does really well in these conditions. We're about 12 days early on our measurable snowfall, first measurable snowfall this year. Our first frost came the end of August with 28 degrees, and I managed to protect most of the blackberries that hadn't ripened yet, which was pretty much all of them. But I think with the snow, it's pretty much ended all of that. It's sitting around 32 and has been sitting around 32 all night. So most of them might have actually been frozen. So anyway, just a quick video.